She's usually on the streets covering everything from corruption to the auto crisis. But Fox 2's Amy Lange has been off the air since June after breaking her neck.
Oh, it is amazing how close she came to actually being paralyzed. But now, thank goodness, she's back and ready to tell her story, hoping others will learn from the mistakes she made when she got hurt. Amy joins us now with more. Amy?
Well, Sherry and Huel, I've spent the last month in this neck brace recovering from a terrifying injury after a terrible fall. Many have said it's only by the grace of God that I'm standing here now and telling you my story.
This is me just over a month ago in traction with tongs screwed into my skull and weights stretching my spine, all to realign my broken neck. An excruciatingly painful procedure after a life-threatening fall at my own home, and a mistake I made after could have made things even worse.
Many people that have this injury are actually paralyzed instantly when it happens.
So many people have asked me how this happened. Well, it was late, it was dark, I'm in this dress and these shoes, and I start up the stairs just like I've done thousands of times. I'm not holding on to the railing because I don't need to. We worry about the elderly or children falling downstairs, not 35-year-olds, right? Wrong.
More than halfway up, my shoe caught the bottom of my dress. I slipped, tripped, completely off balance. I had nowhere to go but down. Tumbling backward on the stairs, the wall at the bottom broke my fall. I hit it so hard I put a hole in it. Who would have thought a lovely evening spent emceeing a charity event honoring the Iraqi ambassador to the U.S. would end like this?
I heard a large crash, bang, boom, and then some swearing, and I rushed over to find you in a heap on the bottom of the stairs.
My husband, Michael, helped me up. We now know we should have waited and called for an ambulance. But at the time, I could stand, I could walk. It certainly didn't seem serious. I woke up in a lot of pain, but I didn't go see my doctor until the following day, when the pain in the back of my neck just wasn't going away.
This is the X-ray.
It's jumped from here to here. It's about 5 millimeters.
That's spine specialist Dr. Philip Mayer. After several days of doctor's visits and X-rays, I was referred to him. He says I've dislocated the 3rd and 4th vertebrae in my spine.
It just snaps like that. And the injury was at this level. So that's a very, very bad level to have occur.
Dr. Mayer sent me to the emergency room at Beaumont Hospital. An MRI and CAT scan revealed I'd also fractured the vertebrae, sheared the disc, and bruised my spinal cord. I'd been walking around for nearly a week with a broken neck without knowing it.
The bone is actually broken in the back and dislocated in the front, causing pressure on the spinal cord and essentially giving you a dislocated spine.
That's Dr. Jeffrey Fishgrunt, my surgeon. He's been doing this for 30 years and says my injury was stressful, even for him.
I have to do an extremely painful procedure to a patient that is awake and alert. And I really can't sedate you because I need you to tell me what's happening.
It's called traction. To repair the dislocated vertebrae, doctors stretched my spine.
Which means this device with its needle-sharp points was actually screwed into my head and weight was added. More weight every half hour until the vertebrae were back in place.
It sounds barbaric, and that is the perfect description.
Yeah, I was awake the whole time, wiggling my fingers and toes to make sure the spinal cord wasn't being harmed by the damaged disc. Even with serious pain medication, it was excruciating. After 4 hours and 40 pounds, success. My spine was back in the proper alignment.
But I still wasn't stable, so I was wheeled back here to my room where I would remain in traction with 20 pounds holding my spine in place until I went into surgery nearly 10 hours later.
That's where Dr. Fishgrunt fused the vertebrae, and here's what my spine looks like now.
The bones are perfectly in the right position, and what we have here is a metal plate with 4 screws.
And I'm incredibly lucky, Dr. Fishgrunt says, by not seeking immediate medical attention when I fell. I put myself at extreme risk. Another fall, a minor car accident, or even a sneeze could have left me paralyzed.
If I could stress to anybody, if you fall from any height, down steps, even more than a couple feet, and hit your head and have neck pain, you have a fracture until we prove you don't.
I certainly did, though the only visible evidence of mine is a scar on my neck, a reminder of just how fortunate I am.
Okay, I will see you in 6 weeks.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
I appreciate everything. Thank you. Now, I can't stress enough how grateful I am to Dr. Fishgrund and the team at Beaumont Hospital and Dr. Mayer, as well as my friends and family at home and here at Fox 2. It's frightening how close I came to being paralyzed, or worse. It's even emotional. I've done stories on people who've had freak accidents and ended up in wheelchairs. And in this case, that could have been me. I just ask people to hold on to their handrail, and if you do fall and hurt yourself, seek medical attention right away. Sherry and you.
Amy, we are so glad to have you back.
Thanks.
We're so happy that you made it. Is that plate still in your neck?
Yeah, it's right here, and I'll always have it. I mean, the graft that they put in, the plastic cage that they put in place of the disc, I mean, everything's going to grow through there, and it's all going to be, fine within a couple of months. But I'm always going to have that plate and those screws.
And the pain is gone?
There's a little bit of pain still. It's it's not super comfortable sleeping, things like that. But the pain gets a little bit less every day, and I feel stronger every day. And so I'm just so grateful and glad to be back.
Will you do me a favor? Will you throw those shoes away?
That's what my mom said too.
Throw them away.
That's what my mom said.
We are so glad you're back.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Oh. There's more news coming up. We'll be right back.